when they were going to do it, just a matter of time. We figured we might as well get it over with and name him right now. And it's been pretty fun to play with him since he started his career and kind of watch him and Kaner, I guess you could say, grow up. But Johnny's leadership skills have just gotten better and better every year. He's one of those guys that works hard. Kind of led by example and did everything right. And I think he was still trying to find his way in the league as a player too. And I think each year he becomes more vocal in the room. He takes on more responsibility. Being an assistant captain, sometimes I try to lean on him and tell him I can take some of it from him, but he's always there. Like he said, he talks to the media every day, win or lose. And I think he just likes seeing himself on camera.
That doesn't happen too often. Next question.
My name's Judah and I'm from Chicago, and my question is for all of you. What were your best memories of the 2010-2011 season?
Victor, you want to start that? This past season?
I'd say my best memory from last season was probably the first game at United Center, listening to that national anthem and all the fans going nuts. I got to experience that last year in Toronto. I didn't play against Chicago, so that was the first time I ever experienced it. It was awesome, and it's something that's really special to all of us. I think every game, and it really gets us going for every single game.
Taser.
I mean, that's tough to say. I think I'd have to say, we all know last year was a battle. We worked so hard, and it didn't matter what happened. After the All-Star break, things, it felt we were in the playoffs for 2 months before the playoffs even started. And, I think it was maybe the worst feeling ever when we lost to Detroit on that finals regular season day. And you go home, it was a beautiful day out, and you're like, well, I guess I'll enjoy it now. My season's over. We're waiting to see what was going to happen between Dallas and Minnesota, and we were all 100% thinking that we just screwed up, we let our chance go away, and we worked so hard to get to this point, and now it's out of our hands. And so I went home and I think I told the story a couple times yesterday that I had a couple cold ones there with my dad and my mother, thinking my season's over. I guess I can let go and go eat a Big Mac right about now. So I started watching the Minnesota-Dallas game. Actually, I wasn't watching it. And Sherpy texted me. He's like, watch the game. What the hell's wrong with you? So I'm like, okay, I'll turn it on. And sure enough, as I turned it on, Minnesota scored. And finally, they took the lead. With 5 minutes left, Dallas, they looked so flat. I'm like, they can win this game. We have a shot. So as soon as Minnesota won the game, I put the beer away, started drinking water. Back to business, and that was a pretty good feeling. We had another chance, and once you make the playoffs, there's no telling what can happen. And coming back from that 3-0 deficit, we're 1 goal away from winning.
That was a great comeback. That was a real highlight, I think, for a lot of fans. Sharpie, what about you this past year?
There's a couple moments. That last game, watching on the couch to get into the playoffs was probably the biggest highlight. I was screaming as loud as I could. I think my neighbors were knocking on their door telling me to shut up. But I had fun watching that. I think we saw the highlight on the video yesterday where John Scott got in a fight in Los Angeles. Did pretty good in that fight. That was a highlight. And Johnny's goal there with a minute to go against Vancouver. We just kind of looked at each other and shook our heads like there's something in this jersey, because going back to last year's playoffs when Kaner scores with whatever many seconds left, shorthanded to get us into overtime in a big game against Nashville. It seemed like we always have those last minute games, and we're down 3-0 in a series. We find our way to get back, trailing the whole game, and then Johnny scores shorthanded in the last minute, and it's just like we're destined to do something great here. So that was probably a big moment for me. It was just unfortunate we couldn't pull it off. I still think there's something in these jerseys though that will. That's
I think you're right. Next question.
My name is Rihanna. I'm from Bolingbrook, and I have a 2-part question. The first question is, Jonathan, I know that you like to get picked on, or you don't really like it.